How's it going, basketball fans? I'm your online host, Nathan Takitch, and joining me tonight, making his hardwood debut, is Fed Hock online reporter Matt Doyle to talk a little Fed Hock Belpre action. Now, Matt, tonight, the Belpre Golden Eagles went into DC McInturf Gymnasium looking for a win against Fed Hock, but the Lancers were able to hold serve in home court, winning 51-41. After Fed Hock lost an early season matchup against Belpre, there were some questions about how they would handle a rematch, but tonight they were flying high, especially early.
You said it right, Nathan. It was an explosive start by the Lancers. They led 27-9 at the 2:56 mark in the second quarter. But Belpre, you had to know they were going to bounce back. They ended up going on a 12-2 run to end the half. And Fed Hock, they only went up 27-18 at half, and they would play the second half without their big man, Max Carney. But the game, it ended in a defensive battle. The Lancers had 15 steals in the entire game, 8 coming from Cliff Bonner. In the end, the offensive surge by Sean Parsons, who actually finished with 14 points, and the Lancers in the first half was too much for Belpre to recover from.
Well, we knew we had to come out with intensity. If we don't come out with intensity like we normally do, then we play flat, and it usually sticks like that for the rest of the game. You know, Coach tells us early on in the game, first 3 minutes of every quarter are key, and usually those first 3 minutes we're going to swing the game based on how we play.
Now, Matt, you mentioned Max Carney's injury, and Max obviously a big part of that Fed Hock defense, a leader on that team. Any word on the Lancers' big man?
I talked to Coach Tolson after the game, and he told me that it was a sprained right ankle, and they took him out of the second half and put ice on the injury for precautionary measures.
All right, Matt, now despite Carney's injury, Fed Hock, they're really rolling right now, and their schedule looks very favorable in the next few weeks.
Yeah, moving forward, they've won 7 of their last 8, and they've beaten their next 5 opponents already earlier this season. They play Miller on Friday, and with a 2-game lead in the TBC Hawking, the future is looking very bright for the Lancers.
Fed Hock will look to keep it rolling on Friday, January 18th when they play against the Miller Falcons. Nice job, Matt. Remember to check us out on the web at woub.org/heroes for all things TVC. And remember, coming tomorrow, Wednesday, January 16th, a new feature called Coach's Corner will be up on our site. That's where hardwood reporter Morgan Eastman will sit down with Athens girls coach Wayne Horsley, and she's going to talk to him about his life outside of the gym. Also, remember to check us out at WOUB on Sunday nights at 11 p.m. But if you miss us, don't worry, you can check out the re-air of the show on Monday nights at 6 p.m. as well. For Matt Doyle, I'm Nathan Takitch, reminding you to be heroic.